What is the best, the deadliest spell, arcane spell in the game? That's the tactical we're going to explore in this vlog, and I'm going to put forth Chromatic Orb. This is a level 1 spell, which means you gain access to it right away. What it also means, without giving away any spoilers, there are certain magic objects, magic items in the game as you go through the story that give you additional first level spells. And then, of course, if you're playing a particular mage or a sorcerer, you're going to gain some bonuses on that. So what we find is spells level 1 and 2, you can go above and beyond the daily cast limit and really spam those clickies out. Now, the counter to that, of course, is first level spells, they're first level. They have a limited lifespan in the game. And as you go through BG1, Siege, BG2, and Throne, less and less, or if all, you're going to drop those first level spells. But you get the most, and they scale as you level up in terms of clickies and usability. Now, Chromatic Orb is interesting in that, like other spells, it stacks as you gain experience, as you go up, right? The counter to that is Magic Missile. You get to fire off magic missiles. Other spells, the duration is timed to the level that you are, or Fireball Lightning Bolt is timed to the damage. Your arcane power grows in might and ability. Chromatic Orb is interesting in that the damage output goes up, but it also starts to stack some interesting effects at the higher levels. It starts to deal additional damage. It starts to impede movement, paralysis, instant kill. At the highest level, there's a chance for an instant kill. And whether it was intended or not, this is in the unmodded game, it does bypass spell resistance. Now, of course, there's saving throws. And what you see in BG is this idea that some of the higher encounters and higher monsters, they have very, very good adjustments to their saving throws. The odds are kind of small with them failing it. But this is Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. You roll those dice, even if they're virtual behind the scene, they can fail. And being a level 1 spell with a relatively low cast time, before we even throw haste and other clickies on there, plus the number of first level spells that you can memorize or spam out, this thing just is casting like crazy, hitting like crazy. It scales to that point where at the higher levels, spells that can replicate its effects, it's not a question of a damage thing, it's an instant kill eventually, although it does kind of do some good damage at the highest levels as a first level spell, compared to other higher spells that insta-gib their higher spell levels. They don't take as many slots, they take longer to cast, and over the course of the battle, the rest of the party's fighting, you might have two or three casts based on spell level if you go all in. But going back to that first level spell, Chromatic Orb, you can just be spamming that orb out. So it has my vote for one of the most powerful spells in the game. Agree or disagree, my fellow mages, wild mages included. Agree, Avengers included also. Agree or disagree.